Alder's god. I don't know if he's real or not, but I know I don't believe in him. Alder's a fine fellow. Just ask him. He'll tell you himself. You may have gathered, he and I don't see eye to eye on some things. Alder's a fine fellow. Just ask him. He'll tell you him. None of us are here by choice, so I try not to judge too harshly. But, if I may be crass, they're a bunch of damn sheep, these people. Not all of them, of course. Keen, Lan, they're good folks. My for two. The rest I wouldn't miss. It's safe, that's for certain. And try as I might, I can't deny that's probably thanks to this Akara. Real or not, that doesn't mean I have to worship him like the others. I don't fall to my knees out of pure boredom like some people. Raised by humans, trained by the Master, and nothing but a sour malcontent if most of Cape Solace is to be believed. You'd be wise to steer clear of me. Praise Akara now and then and start making your new life here. Thing of beauty, isn't it? Nothing like the great city of Odessa, of course, but just as breathtaking. Please excuse my enthusiasm. I was an architect back in the world. If you want a nicer place to live, and you aren't afraid of spirits, I can help you get that keep. Interested? It's not haunted. Cursed, maybe, but not haunted. Gates locked and it's crawling with those damn scavs. And something else inside that's loud as hell. Every so often, someone gets an idea to sneak in. Most don't get as far as the door, and those who do never come back. I've gotten as far as the top of the wall to have a peek inside. It wasn't easy, but I had a good enough look to know I'd better climb right back down and think of something else. Everything else, I know from the dream. Last night, I dreamt of the keep as it once was, several stories tall and so beautiful it made me cry. When I awoke, I was clutching this key in my hand. I don't put much stock in Akara, but I do know a sign when I see one. There was more, but I can't recall it clearly. Perhaps it'll come back to me when we get inside. Will you come? Yes, I'm going with you. I'm not much good in a fight, but I can remember enough of what I saw in the dream to know where to go. So, you want to help me or not? Fantastic! Let me know when you're ready to go, and we'll be off. Come on, then. I'll lead the way, but stay close. Alder's god doesn't protect us outside Cape Solace. Bye. See? What did I tell you? Magnificent. Bit worse for wear after a couple centuries, but nothing I couldn't fix. Let's see if this key still works. Bye. Don't let them swarm you. This keep is not haunted. It is overrun. Monsters, not phantoms, inhabit its dark hallways. We should move along. I'll leave it behind for the keep the first chance I get. The dream is still mostly mist and darkness, but bits and pieces return to me when I concentrate. Though I don't remember all the details, I believe the memory is guiding my discoveries and inspirations. The Diverger built Gravehall Keep and all the fastings around the island. A whole tunnel network built for defense. No one knows why they left the island, but it's clear they left in a hurry. Soon to be master builder of Gravehall Keep, if you please. Should you see fit, of course. Or just call me Paddy. We've seen scavs, but nothing more fearsome. These must be the spirits that haunt this place. Bye. Go on. You've beaten back the beasts. You've braved the shadows. Sit upon the throne. You are the rightful ruler. It is finally time for you to claim the throne and make Gravehall Keep your own. Bye. This is remarkable. You've done it. For years, the villagers of Cape Solace have been too craven to enter this great hall. And here you are, freshly washed ashore, and you march right in and take it. Haunted? Never. Just a few small beasts, nothing you couldn't handle. Guess the keep had one more surprise left for us. But now, the keep is yours. You're the first master of the keep in nearly 500 years, if you're willing to believe all the legends. Let me be the first to offer you my services, my liege. Can't say I miss it, but I think it's our duty to offer them any help they need. My liege, I am glad you asked. I've been ruminating over this beautiful structure, devising plans for its improvement. I'll start by restoring the keep inside and out, but I also feel the need for a beast pen in the courtyard. I could easily add that at the same time. I just need you to get me 2 bundles of beechstone, 3 bundles of emberwood, and 3 bundles of sailcloth. The centuries have been surprisingly kind to this place. The forest should have reclaimed it ages ago. Worst part is all the scav droppings, but that's just dirty work. I believe much of the rubble is what remains of the side buildings and upper floors I saw in my dream, but I'm not certain yet. Yes, it will allow us to take full advantage of the island's diverse variety of beasts. Of course, we'll soon need to find a suitable beast master to run it. I think I might know just the man, but we'll get to that later. You should be able to find enough to salvage at Scuttle Beach. I've marked a few locations for you to search on your map. I'll get to work as soon as you're back. Emberwood, sailcloth, bear hide, sea steel, and the Diverga employed scores of indigenous beasts of this island, training them and harnessing them into service. When you have all the bundles of material, goodbye.
Lo, we sing of good kings shipborne and stout, from fasting waked and white wind whispered. He was Ulfston chief, father of foundlings, boasted and beloved. With bitter mandate they laid him upon a serpent steed. Kin kissed the brow and wept, tears into the flames, until mournful billow and scarlet banner bore him north. Treasures heavy upon his heart. The great blaze bloomed, jewel bright and wild, a dark night lit by kingly fire.
Nesta doesn't think we can deal with the infestation on Storm Point, but I've told her I'd take care of it. Why haven't I? Well, it's complicated. All my life I was here on... Bye.
You must be one of the new arrivals. Tell me, did Cape Solace drive you out as well? I am Nesta Gwynedd. My husband Cadwallon and I have only been here a short time, but we've managed to eke out a tolerable existence on our own. Well, we did, before the scav infestation. Several months ago, my husband and I started a garden on Storm Point. It has saved our lives. Thanks to this secret spot, we've been able to fill the village stores to brimming. Now, however, scavs seem to have taken a keen interest in Storm Point as well. They wish not to fill their stores, but their bellies instead. If your goal is to ingratiate yourself to the inhabitants of this island, you've chosen the right path. You have my thanks, and the thanks of those who wish to eat. Come, we will take you to Storm Point. It's not far, just past the boundaries of Cape Solace and Gravehall Keep. Storm... It's just up ahead a bit. Let's go. It's not far.
Go on then. We're getting close this way.
Let's go. We mustn't go any farther. The scavs will know we're coming. Oh, those little monsters can hear the hair stand up on the back of your neck. We could certainly use some assistance with those scavs. Those scavs have overrun the most I hate scavs. Our stores were running low, and it's not as easy as you'd think to gather food in these treacherous lands. There are others in the village that could use your help. In fact, I was planning to ask someone to venture down to Scuttle Beach. I saw a ship before the scabs moved in. I'm convinced it ran aground on the rocks below, but I can't be sure. Someone should check for survivors. Farewell.
Hello.
At last! I thought the crabs would pick my bones clean. You must set me free. Those louts can't have gotten far, if they're still alive, that is. They'll pay for their crimes, I promise you. The rogues on our prison galley cracked me upside the skull and dragged me in here. Now I know why they were in such foul moods all the time. Be a friend and free me. The lock requires a key, but it should be somewhere nearby. In the wreckage, I'd wager. I'm a mercenary by trade, once of the war sworn, and I sought my fortunes in Odessa, on a prison ship. The revolt occurred not long after we left the city, as we sailed north through the Phorian Strait. The prisoners broke free of their shackles, stormed the decks. It didn't take long for those dogs to realize that trained men are needed to sail a prison galley. We struck the rocks, and all hands went down. All but one. Then you have my thanks. The key was last seen on the bosun's belt, but he's nothing but bones now. I'd follow the crabs. Little buggers appear to have quite the hunger for rotting flesh. Don't loosen my tongue on the talk of gods. I can kill a man as quickly as any god. Save your prayers, my friend. I've seen statues with more life in them than this lot. Pray and fish, fish and pray. Someone slay me, please. Sure, I've heard the stories. Who hasn't? My mum used to tell me that Dead Kell would sell me into slavery if I didn't leave my mucky boots at the door. A whole lot of nonsense. A smart man could make this rock his fortress, his kingdom. All of this salvage just waiting here to be put to use. As for those fools in Cape Solace, they're so desperate they'll pray to ghosts, to figments of their own imaginings. Akara? Ha! I've seen more powerful gods at the bottom of a bottle. I've done my share of work. Mined the pits of Apatir, worked the Wald's farmlands, even fought as a soldier along the Tawili coast. I don't like to stay in one place. I want to taste everything life has to offer. The last thing I want to do is collect dust. Thought the prison ship would take me someplace exciting. And here I am. Crabs, you might have to kill a few. Goodbye now. Striker be praised. Surely they watch over me and bless me with friends such as you. Many thanks. Now that you've given me back my freedom, I will make the most of it. I swear I saw a village to the west. If that be true, then its people might possess food. Or more importantly, drink. I'll do my best to win their trust. If I fail, there are always other ways to get what I need. Carry on.
You've done a good thing. More than Cape Solace would ever do. They should care more about helping strangers than converting them. The one you rescued looks strong, fierce. I do hope his strengths are a help and not a hindrance. I will watch him closely. We Darklfar are nothing if not careful. I am forever grateful.
how goes the foraging? Let's see. Yes, yes, this is all of it. I'll begin straight away. Restorations are still not finished. These things take time. Bye.
Hello.
Hello there. Anything I can do to make you more comfortable? I'll see you around.
I'm so tired of fish. Back home I ate like a kid.
Always willing to share what I've gathered. That's how we survive in Cape Solace. Community. see you around.
Well, I don't know about you, but all of this talk about a Kara is unsettling. I'm going to ask around about ways to get off the island, since I'm almost certain we're not going to want to stay. We'll have to secure another vessel, but from the looks of the village, they don't often venture past the reef. In the meantime, I'll ask you to scour the beaches for survivors of our wreck. I fear that we may be all that's left of the calamity. Such a possibility has left me agitated. I try not to worry. Anxiety doesn't agree with me. I throw up. I did not see my bosun Thora among the dead, or his wife Asa. There's a chance they have evaded death's grip and still count among the living. Mark my words, if even one of them survives, I will fight to the earth's edge to find them. That's the spirit. I knew taking you on board was the right idea. That fortune teller didn't know what she was talking about. I will stay here and speak to Alder about a boat, and I'll have them send men to fetch Tari from the sandbar. I'll have dead Kel's head if it's the last thing I do. What was left of the ship, Lyria, watch over you. Back off.
Hey!
So, I'm not the only one who walked out of that mess. I figured you for a sturdy one, but surviving that wreck, that's fate. We shouldn't waste a moment. My wife, my Asa, she still lives, but they took her. I've never seen anything like it. Scavengers. They looked like fair Gorta, but not like any I've ever seen. No, it was just us. Asmir, Kelly, Free, Edric, Udin. They're all gone. All dead. They were good people. Proud. Not the bedraggled bunch many mistook them for. It's a shame. Thank you. I won't forget this, truly. I will make way inland. If there are others on this, my heart goes with you. Get her back! I'm no good. I saw a keep overlooking the beach. Perhaps it's inhabited. Or maybe there's a village. If I weren't still recovering from the wreck, I'd be armed and marching off to take that bastard's head. Dead Kel. His name is a prophecy waiting to come true. Frankly, I can't believe we're actually standing here on Gallows End. You don't know how many sea stories are set on this mysterious isle. I'm not a sailor by nature. The pitch of the waves. It's Asa who first got me on a boat. Love. It does strange things. She was taken into that waterlogged tunnel. Get her back!
You're not a sailor, are you? Sailors pitch when they walk dry ground, list like drunkards at a wake. No, you're not one of them. So who are you? My name is Nina Malloy. You met my father Alder back in the village. He wouldn't be pleased to find me here. Of course, very little pleases my father. I've walked this island since I was no bigger than a boggart, but I'm still prohibited from venturing past the village on my own. I can take care of myself. Ha! What did you know? I killed my first scav in this very fasting. I don't need protection. Not yours. Not my father's. Not Akara's. Keep telling our people that the offering only makes us slaves. Makes us weak. But do they listen? No. They've been trained not to. We sacrifice one of our own people to Akara. A being none of us have ever seen. And one that's desires are not known to us. Is the offering bad? Yes. We can leave whenever we wish. All of us. Only we lack a vessel fit for such a journey. Wouldn't matter, however. Most of the villagers in Cape Solace wish to stay right here. My father has them convinced that their destiny is to serve Akara. My destiny is my own. If only he understood that. It takes place once in a generation. A member of the village is chosen, and then she's offered to the god Akara as a sacrifice. During the offering ceremony, Akara imbues the chosen one with his magic and transforms her into his arbiter, his mouthpiece in the village. We follow her guidance, whether we wish to or not. Yes, so I gather. The scavs aren't partial to intruders, especially ones they can eat. I'll join you if you don't mind. I know these tunnels better than anyone. Lead on. I'll watch your back. He's a tyrant, nothing more. We're captives here so long as Akara guides us. All my life I've heard of his benevolence, his protection. What's he protecting me from? I'll tell you. Freedom. A whole world awaits us beyond these shores. A world I'll never discover. Many years ago, this island belonged to the Dread Pirate. It was his lair, a place where the justice of the Alfar held no sway. But time passed, as it always does. His influence here has waned. Wouldn't let it keep you from slumber. I was born and raised on this island. I know many of its secrets. At least those it's willing to share with me. And while I feel at home on Gallows End, I want nothing more than to leave it. Between Akara, Dead Kell, and my father, there's no room left for the rest of us. They keep the village of Cape Solace in wild game, for when the sea is stingy with its yield. I also scour the forests and cliffs for plants for our village alchemists. However, most people on Gallows End only know me as Alder's daughter. Till I escape this place, I'll never be anything more than that. I never quite fit in with the rest of us in the village. Didn't do his part, carry his load. Apparently he's got other plans. I don't know why my father put up with him. It is a spectacle, nothing more. Kara only uses it to keep the villagers tethered to his will. The offering fast approaches. I'd rather not discuss it anymore. There's stuff to tell in these old tunnels, but if your friend was dragged in here by scabs, then she'll be at the very bottom. Don't waste my time. Are you ready?
Cycle the first, dear Athy. Greetings, dear Netta. If I view this record as a personal correspondence, it makes the distance bearable, keeps the fear at bay. You know how expeditionary travel vexes me. I shall begin. I was not certain what to expect following my disembarkation upon this grim isle. After initial investigation, there appears to be a significant Arathi presence. One that predates any other signs of organized life on the island. It is a curious thing. Why would such beings descend to this wounded realm? Whatever beckoned to them, its call must have been incredibly powerful. More research is needed. Be well, dear Netta. I miss you.
You've come. They came as soon as the hull went under. The cargo, the survivors, the sails. Everything stripped like flesh from a bone. I didn't think I'd live to see the morning. Not with dead Kel here. I've sailed with Captain Bratigan since the beginning. My husband and I hired her to ferry us across the Forian Strait to Odessa. After the wreck, we floated in the open sea for a whole week without food. That kind of experience creates lasting bonds. I never believed in him. Not until his minions blasted a gaping hole in our hull that sent us straight to the bottom. Look at his. You just wait. Everyone has heard about this place, but few have ever actually laid eyes on it. It's beautiful, really, but most dangerous things are. I'm going to see if there's anyone else on this island. There are too many structures for it to be deserted. Don't be foolish.
And what is this? Tell me, stranger, what brings you down these dank passages? Salvage? Riches? The allure of a most magnificent death? Hmm? If you must die, it should be at the hands of a monster like me. My victims are almost as infamous as I am. I have touched the hand of death and been chosen. So it is with all great men. We transcend mortality. But you wouldn't know of such things, would you? Death will not have me, not until I am satisfied. And I am not satisfied. Oh no, I still hunger. Sinking your ship was only the start. Now it must be stripped to its bones, picked apart piece by glorious piece. Everyone's scavengers. It is how we survive. Killing the crew, well, that was for pleasure. Forgive me if I like to treat myself every once in a while. Will I? The Alpha Navy tried to stop me once. They sought to stretch my neck.
Yet who do you think ended up dangling from the gallows?
Don't make the same mistake they did.
Don't come to my home and call for my head. It's foolish, and worse, disrespectful.
I will forgive you this once, but that is all. Now leave Gallows End.
Listen to Dead Kel, stranger. Find a ship, find a captain, then sail far, far away from Gallows End. I'll see that your friend gets to the village. After that, I'm going to do some exploring. There was another crash not soon after yours, a ship that ran aground up north. I was planning to follow the survivors inland, but there also might be something of value in their wreckage. I wouldn't call him a close relation, but I've seen him from time to time. He doesn't show his ghastly face around Cape Solace that often. I guess even he's got an interest in good salvage. I can't be sure of what happened until I see for myself. But it was a large ship, a merchant galley, or perhaps even an old naval vessel. It was big, though, and it rode low in the water, loaded down with cargo, or with men, or with both. Good idea. You never can tell if these castaways are going to be friendly or just plain mad. Look at you. Perhaps I'll see you back at Cape Solace. Till then, try to stay out of trouble. We'll meet again. Please, you must help me. Please! Olaf, the one from the prison ship. He attacked me. There was nothing I could do but pray to sweet Lyria to protect me. He was so strong, so intent. I've come to trust Olaf. At least enough to go with him to fish down by the flooded cavern. But this time he seemed different. Intense. He spoke to me as if I were not married, as if he and I shared an intimate bond that I can assure you does not exist. Then he became physical, rough, and he would not be refused. Fortunately, Cadwallon was not far away. I do not know what I would have done. I don't care about that brute. All I care about is Cadwallon. I've never seen him rave so. He went in pursuit of Olaf with revenge in his eyes. Foolish, foolish man. He is a bard, not a warrior. Olaf will crack him like a shell. I have encountered many fanatics in my time, and none are so zealous as Amalur. In the few months that we've been here, he's tried to convert me twice. Never trust a man who lets his faith speak for him. Alder and his people preach community and hope, yet they cast out any who do not view their beloved Akara as the sun and the moon. I have my own gods, thank you. We don't need to fear the Pirate King. His realm is to the west, deep in the caverns of the coast. They say he's been killed before, but that the flames of the afterlife buoyed his rise back to Earth. It's enough to give one shivers. You can find them all over the Frostbreak Sea, from west of here to the Near East and the Obsidian Isle. The Diverga are a stern and superstitious lot. They claim the oceans as their own, and frown on anyone who wishes to challenge that authority. Life on the island would be unbearable if not for Cadwallon. So many in the village have been torn from their loved ones. Not I. It is the wreck that brought my love to me. Wouldn't I love to move our camp up behind those tall, strong walls? But that's not possible. Gravehall is cursed. Nothing good has ever come to those who enter its vast shadow. In fact, none of them have ever returned. I was born an heir to the great House Penion, reigning high on the spire in Rathir. My life was one of study, tradition, and endless possibility. That all changed the day my father's ship was caught in a hurricane off the coast of Erethel. I awoke a week later, here on Gallows End, in the gentle, healing arms of my Cadwallon. It was like I was reborn. I know them from the songs of my father's crew, low-born men and drunkards mostly. According to legend, the Hanged Men are said to be the fiercest pirates in all of Amalur. How such criminals manage to ever work together is beyond me. He grabbed his fishing knives and headed north, toward the Siren's Den. There was no stopping him. Be careful out there.
Look at you! I could just gobble you up, but it's in my contract with the Navy that I do no such thing. You found the Ardings alive and well, if not a bit soggy. Well done. I had a feeling you'd be full of surprises. I've been here searching for a means of escape, but everyone is so preoccupied with their precious scion that they hardly give me a glance. No. They didn't. Alder believed he passed not long after we left him, and that he was swept out to sea. He was a good first mate, Tari. I'll miss the silent little scallywag. We did try to save him, but the winds of fortune don't always blow in our favour. She's the one they're handing over to their god, their precious Akara. They hold a splendid ceremony and surrender her as a vessel. Then the rest of her life is spent in intimate meditation with the spirit. Sounds dreadful. You met him, did you? Tell me, what did the villain have to say for himself? Did he have the hangmen with him? Bloodgrin, the Whispering Witch, the Baronet? She wields a powerful staff, and she likes to whisper into the ears of her victims before they die. No one knows what she says. She's also said to be Dead Cal's lover. Gross. Big nasty brute. He kills with his bare hands if he can, but he'll settle for his hammer if he wants to be especially messy. He's a fancy one, more concerned with his silks and swagger than with taking a life. As Mother always said, manners will get you everywhere, and I mean everywhere. True, and I think I know how. Alder spoke of an old castaway, a man named Key, who has been on this island longer than anyone. Perhaps he's lived long enough to know our pirate friend. If nothing else, it's a good place to start. Alder will know where to find... I'm not counting on it. Hurry back.
May Akara be with you.
I'm sorry about your friend, Tari. His loss was unfortunate. But in my time, I've learned that everything occurs according to Akara's plan. We in the village are preparing for the offering ceremony to receive our new scion. Only then will you truly understand. He is this island and everything on it. His power and wisdom give us direction, help us to chart a course through the thundering storm of this mortal life. Akara has been a part of Gallows End since before the first castaway dragged his boat ashore and kissed the damp sand beneath his feet. We here in Cape Solace worship Akara because it is he who provides safety, sustenance, and sense of purpose. I once captained my own craft. I was a thief and a smuggler. But all that changed when I found myself here, upon this mysterious shore. Akara blessed me with a second chance. That is what he does. He shows you what is possible. He shows you the fates of which you've never fathomed. I met Bridget, another castaway, and later we had our beloved Nina. All the happiness I'd ignored in my early life were suddenly mine. He and his hanged men are not welcome near our village. Akara has made it so. The fallen sun stalks the forest and coasts of Gallows End, but he is a prisoner here as much as anyone. One day, Akara will rid us of him once and for all. I prefer the rolling tides of the Frostbreak to any grassy plain or hillside. I have lived a life adrift, seeing the world and meeting interesting people. All who find themselves on these white sand beaches have been drawn by Akara. Here you will discover many mysteries, but none more important than what to do with this opportunity. Who will you be when you leave Gallows End? The same person who came? Or someone else entirely? She means well, but like all children, she craves freedom and independence. She will learn to respect boundaries. This is an island, after all. He's a funny one, plagued by delusions and inspiration. I've known Akara to touch people, but Paddy acts more touched in the head than blessed. Ever since he arrived, Paddy has had a covetous eye on Gravehall Keep. I don't know what it is about that old ruin that so bewitches him. Magical deviants like their master, the hanged men terrorize any who brave the wilderness. Bloodgrin stalks the docks of Kells Harbour to the west, while the Baronet rules the mountains in the north, haunting its peaks and twisted islands. Worst of them all is the Whispering Witch. We never know where she will strike next. It is when we offer one of our own to Akara, as a gift, and as testament to our trust in his guidance. The ritual takes place once a generation. We bring our chosen one to the mountaintop, where she receives the blessing of Akara and becomes the Scion. From that day forward, she holds a place of honor in the village until the next offering occurs. Akara speaks through the Scion. They are one. Without the wisdom of the Scion, we here in Cape Solace would be lost. She guides us and keeps us true to Akara's path. And at the end of her life, the Scion will depart this island with her guard, taking the power of Akara so it may find root elsewhere, like a seedling in the wind. Captain Bratigan explained that you plan to bring dead Kell to justice. I understand your reasons, but the quest is folly. Still, I wish you success. So I will point you in the direction of a man named Key. He is the oldest castaway on Gallows End. He will have answers. Before you speak with him, I must ask you a favor. Your journey will take you past Soul Deep Fasting, where my wife Bridget prepares for the offering. Take her this amulet. She will want it. All Scions wear it during the ceremony. It is just down the beach to...
Hello.
You've got it. You don't need to answer that. Without his gift of endless comfort, I never could have faced the days alone. Everything I am now is because of him. Be good now.
I'm so tired of fish. Back home I ate...
It wasn't easy, but I followed that landing party inland. Nobody carrying that much cargo is here by accident. There's a storm brewing. You'll be happy to know that I took a prisoner. That dainty fellow over there. He says he's harmless, but I'm not so sure. I had a chance to scout a bit closer and caught sight of another ship. One that's still intact just offshore. If I were crazier, I'd steal it and make for open sea. Mostly, I just want to go after their leader. If his people are here for blood, we'll know soon enough. I must say, they resembled a war party more than a ship's crew. I counted warriors, and even a few scholars among them. It's not uncommon for outsiders to come to Gallows End, seeking Akara's power and the island's magic. I just haven't witnessed it in many years. I was hoping you'd see things my way. The people in Cape Solace always lay their fates down at the feet of others. Whether it's Akara, Deadkel, or even my father. I will no longer stand by and do nothing. I will go and I will find the one behind this invasion. He will answer to me. Goodbye. I've got things to do. You'd best get up. She's Akara's slave. A mouthpiece for the god himself. My mother deserved more of a life than that. She was a great woman. Is a great woman. The Watchers. They don't look like much of a threat, but they'll melt the flesh from your bones if you so much as look upon the Scion with malice. Goodbye.
What is it you seek? The new Scion must not be disturbed. Her meditations are of great importance to the offering ceremony. Without the proper preparation, she won't withstand the power that comes with Akara's blessing. It will destroy her. He is the reason all of us on Gallows End enjoy peaceful lives, full of grace and enlightenment. He is just, and that is more than we deserve. We are the Watchers. From birth, we are removed from the village and immersed in training. Our gifts come from Akara himself. We are his eyes on Gallows End, his protective hand around the Scion and her people. It was once a Diverga passage, but after they abandoned this island, it was occupied by the first villagers of Cape Solace. The first Scion resided here, behind these warm, protective walls. Now all Scions undergo their preparations here, safe and under our watchful gaze. It is how a mere man or woman becomes the hand of a god. The successor to the Scion is chosen months ahead of the ceremony, so she can reflect on the importance of her duties. When the offering occurs, Akara passes his blessing to the Chosen One, who then becomes the Scion. It is beautiful. She embodies Akara's power and represents his good influence here on Earth. Many wish to be the Scion, but ultimately one is chosen. She must be strong enough to contain Akara's blessing, for it would consume lesser beings. Soon, that name will mean nothing. She will be the Scion, Akara's chosen one, and the vessel for his power. I will give her the amulet once she breaks from her meditation. You must leave now. That is not a suggestion. That is not your concern. She is safe. Akara be praised.
That crazy maiden nearly tore my hair out. Do you have any idea what it costs to have yourself coiffed in such a manner? No, you probably don't. I suppose I'm your prisoner then. Excellent. And I thought my day couldn't get any better. Calder and I were students together. I took to spellbinding while he took to going mad, it seems. I don't like to judge. You should call him by his true title, Lord Von. His family holds great power in Rathir. Eccentric they are, interested in relics, research and rumors, all of which led them here. Once they knew about Gallows End, they had to find it. Well, I've been to finer islands. This heap of wrecks and zealots has its charms. I'm having difficulty naming them, but I'm sure there are some. Goodbye.
Hello. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Cillian, the Beastmaster. I stole a look at what Paddy's up to in the courtyard, and it looks like a fine beast pen. I, for one, will be thrilled to train beasts there. Cape Solace is nice, if you're into religious zealotry. Me, I prefer hanging out with animals to people anyways. I was trained to fight and bend the beast to mankind's service. Not skills in great demand here. We've never needed to fight, thanks to Akara's protection, and Alder refuses to allow beasts in the village. Thinks highly of himself, but there's no one better to have on your side. I'm a world-famous beast trainer. Give me any kind of beast and I'll domesticate it. If you're interested and willing to get some food for me to use as a lure, I can train the beast to be your pet. Aye, it's something I've done since I was a young boy. I can domesticate almost any kind of animal to live and work at the keep. You fancy a large pet or a small one? Keep in mind, I can only maintain 3 pets at a time. The bigger the better, right? Which kind would you like? You don't have enough fish. There's no way I can bring a bear in here if I don't have food to pack. To lure a bring me the food I need so I can lure it. Take care.
It's done, my liege. I am certain you'll be impressed. Incidentally, I've taken the liberty of inviting Cillian Keen from Cape Solace to serve the keep as your beastmaster. You can find him at the beast pen. It's an exquisite beast pen, isn't it? Cillian and his beasts will be very comfortable there. No keep in Icebrine Coast can claim a beast pen as fine as this one. I have only just begun, my liege. Several texts I found in the keep refer to an unusually large armory beside the main structure. For this, I'll need 2 bundles of emberwood, 2 bundles of sailcloth, and 4 bundles of sea steel. A journal belonging to, I think, the keep's original master-at-arms has convinced me that the collapsed building to the left of the keep was an armory. There are some cryptic references to a method he devised to determine how effective a student is in combat, but it's beyond me. In my dream, I saw a building flanking the main structure. I now know it was a place for weapons, as you'd expect, but it was also to be a grand academy for the art of combat. The Duverger built armories and trained their masters-at-arms to divine how much damage you inflict when attacking with weapons or even spells. Sea steel is usually found around the coast. Once you get back, I'll get started on construction. It's going to... When the time... Myfa tells me there's a new arrival and when you should be able... Goodbye.
must be the great... He kept going on. Honestly, I just agreed to move up here to get out of the wind. That town on the cliff was a bit breezy. Me? I'm afraid I'm not for sale. Just kidding. I know that's not what you meant. Buy me a drink later, and maybe we'll talk. I've got quite the eclectic selection. Kind of out of necessity, seeing as we're in the middle of nowhere. We were caught in a fog bank off the coast of the plains of Erethel, when another ship came looming out of the mists in front of us. The captain tried to avoid it, but we ran aground on a reef. The ship broke apart, and I washed up here. I only got a passing glance at the other ship, but I think the name began with a C. Watch out for scabs!
Forgive my confusion, but have we met? I arrived on the island several months ago, or so the villagers tell me. Blame this nasty bump on my head. Tricky business, memory. When you have it, you forget it's there. Once it's gone, you forget, well, everything. Even now, I came out here for some reason I can't recall. All I have to show for my time is this map. Little good it will do me here. My name is Aubrey, but that is all I remember. The other villagers say they found me nearly drowned in the waters of Scuttle Beach. I am almost certain he is the reason I'm here. He's known for sinking vessels that stray near the island. The other villagers advise me to stay near Cape Solace, but I can't help it. There's something in my nature that craves exploration. They are a determined people, driven to tame the elements with nothing but the strong grip of their fingers, the will in their hearts. Sea or stone, they will batter down obstacles to reach their goals. Make no mistake about that. I'm not sure how I came to be here, or why I was in the area to begin with. I detest that. The questions. Well, it's not a whole map, not really, more of a scrap of parchment. I found it among these debris. But why was I looking through them in the first place? For salvage? For tortoise eggs? Maybe it's a map leading to buried treasure. I'd say it's De Verga, by the lettering and the designs, but I don't need my name most mornings. If you look closely at the corners of the parchment, you'll see that it seems to have been torn from a larger whole, perhaps into many separate pieces. Please do, it's yours. What good is a map on an island with no boats? If I come upon any more, you're welcome to them. That is, if I remember who you are. Don't ask me. My advice isn't exactly reliable. Bye, and stay safe.
Listen to me. You have to listen. She's in there. Angerad is in there, and she won't come out. We have to do something, please. The unthinkable. She made a bargain with the pirate king himself. Dead Kell. For years, Angerad has yearned for her life back in Rathir. Her days were spent in silence, her nights in a pool of tears. But I never thought she would turn to him. I tried to stop her, I did, but she won't listen to me. We've been friends for 3 years, but that means nothing to her now. Island legend says that Mudhold is where Dead Kell creates his fair Gorta crew with the help of a wizard. I'm not sure exactly. Nina Malloy has probably been there, but where hasn't she been on this rock? She's taken refuge underground in the crumbling remains of Mudhold fasting. The things she is doing there, you can't imagine. Be careful. Angerad is a delicate creature, and something deep inside of her is shattered. She will not listen to reason, and that makes her dangerous. I don't know how to thank you. I've met a lot of people in my time, and few of them are as genuine and reliable as that group of castaways. I was a fool. I accepted an offer from the Alpha Merchant Navy. They were looking for brave souls to capture Dead Kell and bring him to justice. I was only a boy then, stupid, weak. Within days I was a castaway, which is more than I ever was before. The villagers in Cape Solace call him the Fallen One, and for good reason. Whatever he desires, he takes. Whoever he despises, he kills. If those are not the qualities of the damned, I don't know what are. I won't deny it. My life on Gallows End is better than the one I left behind. It is peaceful, beautiful, and I have a purpose. The only reason I ever think about leaving is because of Angerad. The misery casts a pall over everything. She's settled deep in the bottom of Mudhold fasting, where the cavern opens to the cliffs and waters below. She is obsessed with the sea, always searching the horizon for ships. Be careful.
A much bigger undertaking than the last, but a greater thrill as well. Let's see. Yes? Yes, this is all of it. I'll begin constructing the armory right away. The armory is still not finished. Bye.
Actually... You're pretty much me own. Watch out for scabs!
Should have known you'd come. Should have known you'd come. Was the guilt too much? Couldn't live with yourself? Olaf's gone into the Siren's Den, but not before leaving me a gift. Tell Master that we meet again, under the kind eyes of our Livia. Tell her.
So the cowering noble has sent you to protect her. Understandable. Her husband is as soft as a silken pillow. No tea. Tell me, friend, do you have tea? This island is a kingdom just waiting to be conquered. You know it, and I know it. Now let's get this over with. I mean to return to Nesta as soon as possible.
Stand clear. Our business does not concern you, Longlegs. Pepin will be back momentarily with the tome, and then we will be on our way. Until then, do not interfere. I am aware of him. The comings and goings of barbarous rabble is not my province. The fact that I am here on this rock at all is proof that I've somehow offended my superiors. It is torture. They'd sooner burn a book for warmth than learn how to build their own fire. The sea dwarfs have no respect for what we hold dear. They aren't fit to walk the earth. That is why they're exiled to the oceans. I am Templar Tenses, here on behalf of the Basilica Nostra. The work of scholars is not usually my concern, but the Tome of Contrition is a particularly sensitive item, and its fate is of an importance far beyond academics. Tracking the tome to this location was a monumental effort on the part of our scholars and mariners. Piracy is a dirty business, and I prefer to retrieve what we came for and depart. I find this sort of setting to be rather agitating. So sinister. It is called the Tome of Contrition, and it is a record of gnomish experience throughout the ages. But that is all I can say. To reveal more could be detrimental to our expedition. Now, if only Pepin would return from undersea fasting. A dread cloud hangs above this island. I can feel it. The Tome of Contrition was stolen by the Diverga in one of their barbaric raids. During the Edessa migration, we gnomes transported many artifacts from across the seas to the Great Library. The temptation was too much for such savages. But of all the relics lost to us, the Tome of Contrition is the most important. It is not my place to explain, and not yours to know. I will put it this way. The loss of such a book could do irreparable harm. I'm not sure. Obviously, I cannot pursue him. It is my duty to stay here, to see to our higher purpose. But something must be done. Pepin's tardiness is a concern. Fine. Yes, it is decided. You may find Pepin, and you will be rewarded for doing so. But I accept no responsibility for your safety. None whatsoever. He means well, but neither his intellect nor his discipline are up to the caliber of even our weakest scholars. Pepin is perfect for tasks like this one, of the run and fetch variety. The tome was taken from one of our relic galleys during the migration to fill the great library of Edessa. As it always is with the Diverga, they had no idea of the worth of what they'd taken. It is the closest the Diverga on this island had to a vault. Their most valuable plunder is stored deep in its dark and dripping corridors. It is inland, beyond the cliffs. We have made our camp here so as not to arouse suspicion in the villagers to the east. Castaways are an excitable breed. Be gone now.
Another one, eh? Well, the carter just keeps drawing them in. Fish trapped in his widening net. What is it you want, Castaway? The simplest answer to your problems lies beyond those cliffs there. One swift drop, and then peace. You know as well as I do that a carter does not exist. His magic is merely illusion. His will, coincidence. Do not fall prey to the words of the passionate. You will thank me for it. A good man, but woefully misguided. Alder wants to believe in something good, to know that his sentence here was not a punishment for his past. But no good man would ever end up on gallows' end. Don't let anyone tell you that a carter rules this island. Such a claim is fallacy. The pirate is the only one on gallows' end with any authority. He will reclaim what is his in the end. You will see. There is no escape from this island. You will come to learn that in time. Fate binds us to its beaches, and only the setting sun ever truly escapes. But even then, it's only for a few hours. I have been on this cursed island for more than a lifetime, longer than any man should rightfully have to wait for death. But that is my fate, you see, to wait. I meant to remain here until my true purpose presented itself. But long have I been searching, and now my only desire is for escape, in any form. Odd creatures, those watchers. Avoid them. You'll thank me later. It is the height of idiocy. Even for fools, the villagers of Cape Solace find new and impressive ways to surmount their own stupidity. Every life given to a carter is a life lost. Oh, I know of them. Not to say that I agree with the practice, because I do not. but they are hard people to miss on this island. The Scion is Akara's greatest triumph. Mortals are trusting. They will follow a god if one of their own tells them to. Oh, the priest, eh? How is it that most pawns aren't even aware of the game? Every few years, Alder sends me a hopeless spirit, praying I can provide a Fate Weaver's wisdom. But I have no hope to give. I have nothing. Dead Kell has seen to that. Look around you. We are damned. Where is he? Everywhere, you fool. Everywhere. Try to leave this island, Dead Kell is there. Try to hide in the fastings, Dead Kell is there. You're better off hiding from your own shadow. I was. You know of Fate Weavers, then? Know that we are a tragic brood destined for a life of isolation and disappointment. Why read the cards when you already know what they say? I will die on this island, as will you. Ha! Spoken like one who just crawled from the wreckage. You have no idea of the forces that conspire against us. Dead Kell is no mere man, no. He is touched by Akara. As long as his ship, Requiem, remains harbored here on Gallows End, none of us are free. Get me that ship, and perhaps I will tell you what you wish to know. Perhaps. It is said that Dead Kell is the only mortal to have ever laid eyes upon Akara, to have spoken with him as an equal. Not even the Scion has been so close, and she is linked to Akara through magic. Now you know why Dead Kell remains a threat long after he was supposedly killed by the Alpha. He is not a natural thing. His life is both blessing and curse. It is called the Requiem. Years ago, the vessel belonged to Dead Kell's lover, the Whispering Witch. But when his own flagship, the Stormbringer, was sunk off the coast, he needed a replacement. As far as I know, it is the only seaworthy ship on all of Gallows End. And what a prize it would be to possess. Then you will succeed where all others have failed. You will not secure the Requiem, because you will die long before you even lay eyes upon it. Fate cannot be changed. It's a tragedy, because I would have told you everything. Don't underestimate the witch. I am a Fate Weaver, but she has powers beyond even my understanding. I stand by, watching as the threads of fate weave themselves into irreversible patterns. But not the witch. She plays those threads like a harp. Her power is in her ability to stay between our world and the world where destinies are forged. She hides there, between fate and possibility. Dead Kell and his hanged men. Return, if you need my sight.